I am Scott Seaton, music director of your North State Symphony, and today I am very fortunate to have a very special guest. I'm chatting today with Nena Perry, our new chair of the North State Symphony Board of Directors. Nena, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I mean, we're all getting through this. It's not really optimal, but we're doing the best we can. And that's part of the pandemic problem. And then there are the local fires that have darkened the skies around here so that it's almost like nighttime, even though it's early afternoon. So we just hope that those don't become a bigger issue and cause us
Yeah,
even more problems.
yeah, we're going through enough with, lack of live music as it is, but to have the threat of losing homes and breathable air and just everything else is just it's a lot right now, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And we
Almost
certainly
way
wish,
too much in some
oh,
senses. Yeah.
most definitely. But it's a great pleasure to chat with you today. And one of the reasons, not just aside from you just being our incredible new board chair, is that we have begun this process of highlighting our exceptional board members on a monthly basis, especially those who uh, sponsor our months of virtual music while we're forced to be away from the stage. And so I want to thank you, first of all, so much for being one of our first sponsors. And it just shows, we have so many committed board members, and I look forward to learning about all those that we feature in the coming months. And so we're just going to learn a little bit about you because I'm sure not a lot of the region as a whole knows maybe too much about you, but we're going to change that. So first,
Okay.
maybe just tell us a little bit about your background.
Let's see. I grew up in Northern Virginia. I started playing piano or taking piano lessons when I was about 6 or 7, and continued actually through college. Um, I then went to college at Duke. I ended up going to medical school at the University of Alabama. Um, did a residency in Tucson in internal medicine. I now specialize in geriatrics, and I moved to Reading. Oh my gosh, 33 plus years ago. Um, I think my musical experiences involved having a father who was a wonderful tenor and sang and made money through college to help pay the bills when he was at the University of California at
Hmm.
Berkeley. I attended the National Symphony Orchestra from a child on. I was fortunate enough to meet some incredible pianists over my lifetime, and like Artur Rubinstein when I was in college, and I actually was fortunate enough to meet Rudolf Nureyev as well when I was younger. But I've just continued that interest, and I am pleased to be on the board. I think it's a wonderful organization. I think our symphony is terrific. I think, gosh, we've been going to the North State Symphony since its inception. Um, and we have our dedicated seats at the Cascade Theater because my husband always knows where he to sit. That makes it so much easier. And we've just been thrilled with everything. I don't think we can really complain. Um, and we're
So
glad
so you,
that Scott came and joined us 5 years ago. That's another terrific thing.
well, I'm certainly very happy to be here. And so you said you've probably been going to the North State Symphony concert since its inception, and certainly having a background for the love of orchestral music. But is that why you went to the symphony? Just being new to the area to continually be involved in all the live music that's happening, or did someone take you to a performance, or how did that
No,
start for you?
we actually went to the Reading Symphony
Mhm.
those many years ago. I think we now have a much better um, organization combining with Chico. I think that's been a wonderful benefit for our community and the Chico community. So gosh, I mean, it's an opportunity that is sometimes hard to come by. Even in medical school, I would attend some of the symphony concerts in Birmingham,
Mhm.
and um, of course, I did a lot when I was in college because it's the accessibility is a whole lot easier.
Right, right. So having gone to the North State Symphony for so many years now, is there what would you say that you enjoy or that you love most about going to concerts or the organization as a whole?
Oh, gee, I think it's just the whole experience. It's being with people you enjoy. It's listening to music that is just wonderful. It's always good to listen to somewhat familiar favorites, as it were, but it's always wonderful to listen to new music. I particularly enjoy Mason Bates, and we've kind of had a conversation about that in the past. Um, it's just a great opportunity, and I actually wish that we could do that more often than we have been able to. um, I think we now will have the opportunity to experience more things. I mean, we've gone to some of the chamber music things and the other performances, but I think, and I went to some of the youth concerts for fun.
Yeah,
um, I think though that with our new normal, which isn't quite normal, for at least for the next few months, that we will be able to branch out and do some more and experience a smaller group option and learn how to appreciate those as well.
exactly. And you touched on something that I'm very passionate about when we talked about when you mentioned Mason Bates and new music. You know, for those who haven't experienced the North State Symphony, something that I really pride with how we program in the organization and is our support for a diverse programming for. Experiencing something that is not just the Bachs and the Brahms and the Beethovens and the Mozarts, but it's seeing how composers have developed over the decades and the centuries and how the directions, the exciting directions that music is going, because there are lots of spin-offs on romantic music models and classical models. There's neo everything nowadays,
Mhm.
but to see when something is truly new and original, and to get excited about that idea, that's one of my big goals for North State Symphony concerts when we're together as a full 60 to 70 piece
Mhm.
orchestra,
Mhm.
is being able to push the boundaries a little bit. And
Mhm.
Mason Bates, for those of you who don't know, he's one of these composers that is big into electronic music, having been a DJ himself. And so, there's typically speakers that surround the orchestra and some sort of, uh, like disco or electronic groove that happens during these sort of minimalist styles that he writes within the strings and the orchestra as a whole. And it's very, very exciting music that you really want to dance to.
Exactly.
Um, so I
Regardless of,
really,
yeah.
yeah, I look forward to being able to do another concert like that very soon, and to sort of close things off, to cap this conversation off. You know, how how would you say that people can get invested in the organization other than just going to concerts and supporting us that way? Because you yourself and the rest of our board are volunteers. You're donating your time in support of this organization. So what else is available to people?
Well, we will have some online performances. Is that kind of where you're going with this?
Well, not
Because
not just that, but like things like we have a group of sponsors who sponsor things like our
community,
concerts and things within the concerts, like the music director, our soloists, uh,
the
some very
chairs,
important people.
yeah.
Say again.
Well, we can also support one of the chairs of whether it's the string section or the percussion section or,
Yes,
you know,
absolutely. That's the other big thing is
second. Yeah.
right now we have several musicians in our orchestra that do not have chair sponsors, and right now they're just like orphans that need a
Yeah.
home. And so we want
They
people
need
to
more love.
exactly, we want people to check out our website and see which ones don't have sponsors next to them, and hopefully adopt one of our musicians.
Uh-huh.
Um, but there's our sponsorships, our incredible base of sponsors. You can become one of our ushers. You can talk to us more, and potentially become one of our board of directors. Which we're always looking for new people. So there's lots of ways to become involved in the North State Symphony. And at the very least, those of you who come to our concerts, I want to emphasize that if there's something you want to hear, please, come have a conversation with me and talk to me, because
Mhm.
our programming is for everyone. It isn't just for me, or it isn't just for Nina, it isn't just for our musicians. It's a cumulative process, and we want to get everyone as excited as possible about something that's happening in our season, and hopefully learn something new along the way that you didn't
Yeah,
know you liked. So
definitely.
so many opportunities through the North State Symphony to become involved and support live music, and nowadays virtual music. Nina, any final thoughts?
No, I think we just keep carrying on and we just do the best we can and enjoy what we have.
Exactly. Well, Nina, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you. I'm thrilled to have you as our new board chair, and I'm excited with the rest of our organizational leadership to see how far we can take the North State Symphony and how many branches of our communities that we can continue to dig into and reach. So thank you for chatting today, and I
Yeah,
look forward to hopefully seeing you in the concert hall very soon.
absolutely.